Hello everyone, this is Dino Chris from Prehistoric Facts. This is a answering questions episode. Sorry I got this a little bit late, but that's okay. I'm actually going to get this done as quick as I can. We only got one question today, and it's from Brenda from Morris, New York. What kind of advice for aspiring paleontologists wanted to learn foreign languages? What is the best tool to learn, study foreign languages? Well, in terms of science, especially like a biological science or even in paleontology, most of the names that you're actually giving to these like new species and all that is mostly in Latin or Greek or Latin, but Greek or Latin is started to become a little bit dead. But even though it's not totally dead, but it's actually kind of almost on the way out. But in terms of any kind of language, you can learn whatever language you want. You know, it's pretty much just like say in Asia, like say in China or in Japan, most of their new species are actually in their language. You know, like look at I want to think of a dinosaur name here that is Chinese. Because I mean, you can actually look at say oh man, I'm blanking out here on this, but you know what I mean. It's like U Tyrannus. U is actually Chinese, and it's where you actually get that Chinese type of thing. Or Zhang Guanlong or Guanlong, Dilong. Those are Chinese. But in terms of like other languages, it's very difficult. The English language, in terms of naming new species, you're just basically giving them a name that actually is going to resonate to a lot of people that doesn't understand the language of Greek or Latin or any type of other language, and so you actually have to kind of almost improvise a little bit in the English language. But in terms of like say German, there's certain species that are in German. There's certain species that are in French. There's certain species that are Spanish, and even Portuguese. All those types of languages actually have different ways of actually naming new species. But even though when you're actually talking about how to learn or study these languages, you can do audio. You can do audio because it's cheaper, and you can actually learn it that way if you're better at hearing it a little bit more than actually like reading it. But if you're a person that rather read it and actually try to get the pronunciation correctly, then you can actually find like a foreign language dictionary. Like you can look at like say Greek or Latin. You can actually look at German, Hispanic, Chinese, Japanese. I mean, whatever, or Portuguese. You know, whatever. And but I think because since I like to like hear it first, then actually try to pronounce it a little bit better. I would actually do the audiobook, but even the audiobook, but you can actually do whatever you want. You can learn the language however you want it. You know, if you're more of a person that actually tries to listen, you can actually listen to the words. Or otherwise, if you actually want to actually read it and then try to get the pronunciation correctly like that, then just read it. You know, but you always take your time with foreign languages, and so that's always going to be the key here. And also, probably if you actually are, because if there's anybody that is actually thinking about doing a foreign language, try to do it as early as you can in childhood. Because first of all, when you're a child, your brain will actually remember those foreign languages a lot better. Because even though I got my foreign language skills pretty late, so I actually had to. Because most of my studies were basically in like Spanish, French, and German. I didn't get to do a lot of Greek or Latin. But all the dinosaur names and all the biological names that are actually given to all the species around the world, I kind of figured out on my own, you know, to read it and actually kind of get it. But the internet is always good for anything, you know. So that answers your question. and I will actually get the extra episode all taken care of. It's going to be about the geologic timetable, and that's a really good topic in paleontology and also geology, and so stay tuned for that. But next week would be a special episode, and I will actually let you guys know what prehistoric animal I'm going to talk about. And so, but you can still send me questions about dinosaurs or any other prehistoric life by emailing me at dinochrist71@gmail.com, or just go to my Facebook page, Prehistoric Facts of Dino Chris. Like the page, you get your post your questions on the wall or in the comment section on any Facebook post. Remember, keep your questions short and to the point. Don't give me the same question over and over again, and also don't try to do too many at once, please. Probably try to do at least 3 questions if you can at once. Don't try to do like 5 or 6 at once, because I can't get them all in one episode. And you can still, so you can follow me on Twitter at CSGRALL. That's my Twitter page. I post pretty cool stuff on there. Also, take care of the people around you. Notice if you're younger people out there, to make sure to listen to your parents, your teachers, and your guardians. It's the best motivation you could have for good education. It's very important to have a good education. With a good education, you get a good job in the future. All right, that's it for now, and I'll see you guys next week.